We were out rebounding them for a little bit, and then we gave it up. Coach Cross was saying it's toughness, and I think that's what it is too. Just we got to come out stronger in the second half, ready for runs and everything throughout the entire half. And we got to shoot the ball better. We can't shoot that bad. It's just bad shooting. So.
How much did Belmont remind you of Eastern Kentucky? It seemed like they were a lot longer than you guys and played pretty good defense.
I thought they executed well on defense. It was a little bit. I think EKU was just a poor performance overall on everyone, and I don't think we were mentally there or even ready to play. So, but yeah, the same with their length and everything in the first half. I think they had 6 block shots, and we just weren't getting anything going. And that's something we need to get going more. Attack sooner, not wait till the second half.
Can you talk a little bit more about the toughness that you talked about? What has to change for you guys to have a better second half in this game?
We just have to want it every single. Like we can't give up. Half the time we're tough part of it, but we got to be tough for 20 minutes straight. We can't just let up for 2 minutes and let them go on a run and then not respond to any runs as well.
Seems like it's tougher for you guys on that second day of the OVC swings. Are you guys pretty tired going into these games, or can you tell that your bodies are more beaten up from Saturdays?
Yeah, I think it's like that every year with conference, but I think we're adjusting to it. We're working on it in practice and being more mentally prepared for it. I don't think tonight was a case of being tired. I think it was we just weren't ready to shoot. We were falling out of shots and not holding follow-throughs, and that wasn't going to do anything for us. So I think it was a little mental as well.
And what did Belmont do to change their physical nature? Because they didn't shoot any free throws the first half. The second half, they went to the line 22 times.
I would say second chance points. I think their guards were rebounding pretty hard on us, and they were going into the post, and they were getting everything. From there, I think we had a couple of Winfrey and Dirks, I think, got a couple of fouls called on them with number 50, I think, in their honor. And then the second chance points, just getting a foul off that rebound. And that really hurts us because that would eliminate the whole thing if we would just got the rebound initially.
We didn't play poorly. I'm not disappointed with overall how we played. I thought defensively we were pretty good for the most part. To hold Belmont to 34% from the field, did a nice job. We did a better job taking care of the basketball. We still had a few unforced errors, but we did a better job doing that. I just don't think we were aggressive enough for 40 minutes. Looking to score. I think we were real hesitant to shoot. That's why they had 6 block shots in the first half, and we didn't get to the free throw line as much as we would like. We're stopping right at somebody who's 6 foot, 6'1", and we're 5'4", and we're trying to shoot over them. I was disappointed in that. There were some issues with discipline at the very end of possessions defensively and after an offensive rebound or two that caused us problems in the second half. You got to give them a lot of credit. They go 20 of 22 from the free throw line in the second half of the game where they didn't attempt a free throw in the first half. And so you got to give them some credit for getting there and making free throws. But we just didn't execute well enough, and you shoot 25% from the floor. It's tough to beat a pretty good team, and Belmont's got a pretty good team. So, that's what it comes down to. We're in the same position we were at Austin Peay on Saturday, and the last 5 minutes of the game, they were just a lot tougher than us. They dominated us on the glass. We were out-rebounding them, and they ended up out-rebounding us for the game. They dominated us the last 5 minutes or so of the game on the glass, and that was a major difference. And then, some breakdowns and discipline on what we were doing on the offensive end. But, you got to give them some credit. They caused some problems. We've just got to have production from Mariah, from Kiana Kirby, and some other people. I left Tessa and Erica Sisk out there too long, 37, 38 minutes. That's too many minutes for as hard as they play, and they didn't have it in the tank late in the game, and that's my fault. But we've just got to get better production out of some other people.
It did seem like Belmont was a little similar to Eastern Kentucky's length, and that some of that it was hard maybe to find some open shots.
No, I don't. I mean, they don't really play similar defenses. They do have length. I mean, they have good length on their wing positions. They've got a couple of players, Luffman, Molly Ernst, you know, they're 6 foot, 6'1", can play the wing or the 4. You know, the Coleman's got good length, so they're similar in their length, I guess. But, you know, the Eastern Kentucky thing, we just didn't show up. I mean, not to take anything away from Eastern Kentucky. We've been over that. We all know. We didn't play that game at all, not one single possession. Eastern doesn't know how much better they are than us, and we don't know because we didn't play. We played tonight. We did I thought we were locked in. Belmont runs a lot of things, and to have the one-day turnaround, I felt like we were really locked in defensively, just, you know, a few too many fouls, and then we just got out tough down the stretch. You know, and some of that might have been fatigue, which falls on me, leaving those players on the floor too long. Anything else?
You had 2 field goals in the game's final 13 minutes. You know, shot a couple free throws.
Not bad. I mean, we just, you know, kind of threw some shots up. I don't think Mariah was really trusting herself like she normally does. You know, she just needs to shoot the basketball. I mean, it's a 40% three-point shooter. She got to shoot it, go into the rim. She's pretty good. You know, we tried to avoid their length some. I felt like some of that was a problem, you know, and some of it was probably fatigue. You know, we can't use that as an excuse. Belmont, you know, Katie Brooks, their point guard, played 39 minutes. Katie Carroll played 33 minutes, you know, so they played a lot of minutes too. You know, and that's just, we've got to do a better job offensively. There's no question. You know, we shoot 20% in the second half, you know. And I thought we got off to a good start in the second half, and then I felt like we ran out of gas.
Did this game kind of feel like sort of indicative of how the conference season has gone to this point in terms of playing a really good half and then kind of coming back and playing kind of a lackluster?
Yeah, and I don't think it was a lackluster half, to be honest with you. I mean, the defensive, and I'll have to watch the video to find out. But I really felt like defensively in the second half, we did a lot of really nice things. Got a 5-second call on a baseline out of bounds. We paid attention to our assignment defense for the most part. You know, you're going to make mistakes. Players are always going to make mistakes. You know, I don't think this was a lackluster. I'm not disappointed in the effort. You know, I'm disappointed in the fact that they were tougher than us. It's not that we weren't going after balls late in the game. It's that they were tougher. I think they probably had more in the tank. But you know, the toughness is what I'm disappointed in, not the, you know, the performance. Offensively, we didn't execute everything the way it was supposed to happen. We had more blown assignments on that end of the floor than we did on the defensive end. But again, I don't think it was a lackluster effort. I just think, you know, I think fatigue played a role, and I think some people just have to be better at doing exactly what they're supposed to do down the stretch. I do think it was a much better performance than we gave at SEMO, you know, after the second game of the weekend. Was it last week? Last week. It's been a long time.
That was kind of what I was going to touch on. Do you think that this fatigue is just fatigue from playing too many minutes this game, or is it just maybe still struggling?
No, we were fresh. You know, just had a different, and you were in Cape Girardeau. We had a different look about us this game. I mean, I felt like anyway. I go back and watch film, but I feel like we were much more prepared from an energy level standpoint for this game. You know, so I don't know if it's the accumulation of minutes. Like I said, I played Erica Sisk and Tessa Elkins too long. I've got to get them some more breaks and get them out of the game. And then we've got to get a little tougher. I mean, some people have to grab balls instead of tipping them around. Dirk's had several that hit her hands that she's got to go pull in. You know, and there's no, I believe she'll grow and do that. And some other people as well. We got to come up with. I feel like, again, I'll go back and watch the video, but I feel like we touched a lot of balls that they end up with, and you know that's part of that toughness thing. That can't happen. That didn't happen at Austin Peay the last 5 minutes of the game. We got every ball that we touched. Austin Peay didn't come up with any. So you know that you got to give Belmont credit, and you got to say we've just got to get tougher and get the job done.